Alright, let's dive in. We've got some seriously exciting Pi Network price talk ahead. And trust me, this one's gonna be a fun ride. If you've been following along, you know I've been talking a lot about Pi Network's price ever since the Mainnet announcement. Now, we've got something concrete on our hands. A more reliable price for Pi in USD has finally been revealed. And today, I'm going to walk you through how we arrived at it. It's not just guesswork. This is a simple yet powerful calculation that gives us a much clearer idea of where Pi could be heading. Welcome back, Pi Network fans! Today's video is all about Pi Network's price predictions. And trust me, this is going to be one exciting ride. We've got concrete numbers to dive into and some pretty wild price predictions that you won't want to miss. So where could Pi be heading in terms of price? Could it really hit $500, $1,000, or even something as crazy as $314,000 per coin? Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, stick around because we'll be breaking down all the numbers and what they really mean for the future of Pi. But before we get into it, I want to hear from you. What do you think Pi's price will be when it's fully launched? Will it skyrocket, or will we have to wait a little longer? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to check out my previous videos to catch up on the latest Pi Network updates, link in the description. And while you're at it, go ahead and drop Pi Network to the moon in the comments and let me know what country you're tuning in from. It's always amazing to see how global this community is. If you want to stay updated with the latest Pi Network news, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. That's how you can show your support and help me keep bringing you all the updates you need. Important disclaimer. This video is for entertainment purposes only, and is not an investment advice of any kind. Always do your own research before making any decisions. Alright, let's get started and see where Pi's price could be headed. To start, there's this platform called Explore Pi, and that's where all the fresh data about Pi is coming from. This platform gives us the breakdown of the total supply, the amount of Pi currently in circulation, and a whole bunch of other key figures. Right now the number we're focusing on is 6.1 billion Pi tokens. That's the total number of Pi that's been migrated from the mobile mining app to the mainnet so far. Sounds pretty technical, right? But don't worry, this is where the magic happens. This number helps us run some basic calculations that give us a clearer picture of Pi's price. Stick with me, and you'll get it. Before we jump into the numbers, I've got some important info to share with you. With 6.1 billion tokens migrated, we're dealing with a huge supply of Pi. But here's the thing, the circulating supply, meaning the Pi that's actually available for trading, is much lower. This is a big deal because if the demand for Pi is high enough, even a smaller circulating supply could push the price up significantly. The big question is, how high? Let's run some simple math to figure that out. Here's the first scenario. What if Pi hits $500 per coin? At that price, the total market cap of Pi would be a whopping $3.05 trillion. 6.1 billion tokens times $500. Now, for some perspective, that's more than the combined market cap of Apple or Microsoft. As exciting as that sounds, let's be real. A $3 trillion market cap right off the bat is highly unlikely. That's just not how these things work, especially for a new coin like Pi. Next, let's imagine Pi were to hit $1,000 per coin. That would mean a market cap of $6.1 trillion. And here's the thing, this would be way bigger than the entire crypto market cap right now. That's insane. While Pi is definitely promising, we'd be jumping into uncharted territory if it were to launch at those kinds of valuations. But wait, the wildest prediction of all, what if Pi were to hit $314,000 per coin? This one has been floating around and honestly, it's a bit mind-blowing. If Pi were worth $314,000 per coin, the total market cap would surpass the GDP of most countries. And here's why that's completely unrealistic. For Pi to reach that level, the total market valuation would need to be astronomical. Even Bitcoin and Ethereum with years of development didn't launch with such huge valuations. A market cap like that right out of the gate is just impossible for a new coin. Let's break down the reasons why these crazy numbers are off the table. First, there's the issue of market cap constraints. To reach such high prices, Pi would need a market cap bigger than anything we've seen in crypto. Even Bitcoin didn't start with a valuation like that, so it's tough to imagine a newcomer reaching it. Then there's adoption and utility. Bitcoin and Ethereum have value because they're used for trading, NFTs, DeFi, you name it. Pi needs to establish some real-world use cases to justify any high prices. Until Pi is actually being used for something other than speculation, it's hard to see it hitting the moon, And don't forget about the locked supply. If a large portion of Pi stays locked up and off the market, it means there's less circulating supply, which could drive prices up. If too much unlocked Pi hits exchanges at once, the price could crash, so balance is key. There are 3 possible outcomes. First, if demand is high and most supply remains locked, Pi could start at $50 to $100 per coin, especially if listed on major exchanges. Second, if Pi lists on smaller exchanges with slower adoption, the price might range from $5 to $50. If too many pioneers sell their Pi coins at once, it could trigger a sell-off, pushing the price below $1 and damaging Pi's reputation. This is common in early-stage cryptocurrencies, where community actions impact price stability. However, if Pi Network gains adoption and forms strong partnerships, it could see significant growth. As the user base expands and more people recognize the utility of Pi, its price could rise accordingly. With the right ecosystem development, technological advancements, and market confidence, we could see Pi reaching new heights, potentially climbing to $500 or even $1,000 per coin as it matures into a globally recognized cryptocurrency. This long-term potential hinges on its ability to deliver on its promises and establish a strong presence in the crypto world. As Pi's Mainnet goes live on February 20th, there are a few things to keep an eye on. Exchange listings will be a huge factor. If Pi gets listed on major exchanges like Binance or Coinbase, demand could surge. But if it's only listed on smaller platforms, the price might take a bit longer to grow. Another big thing to watch is business adoption. If businesses start accepting Pi as payment, that would give the coin a ton of credibility and could help boost its price. And finally, pioneer activity will play a big role. If the majority of pioneers lock their Pi and don't sell, that'll keep the circulating supply low, which could push the price up. But if everyone dumps their Pi as soon as it's available on exchanges, well, expect the price to drop. At the end of the day, crypto is unpredictable. The market can swing wildly based on news, hype, and market sentiment. As always, do your own research and don't invest more than you can afford to lose. In today's video, we've dived deep into Pi Network's price predictions, breaking down the realistic expectations and some of the crazy numbers that have been floating around. We've discussed the potential for Pi's price to hit anywhere from $50 to $100 per coin in the short term, with scenarios where Pi could eventually climb much higher, depending on adoption, demand, and supply dynamics. With the Mainnet launch just around the corner, there's a lot to keep an eye on, including exchange listings and business adoption that could impact Pi's price. If you found this breakdown helpful and want to stay updated on all things Pi Network, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates, insights, and predictions. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What do you think the price of Pi will be when it finally hits the exchanges? Do you believe it's going to surprise us? Or do you think it'll take a little longer to hit those big numbers? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below, and feel free to share any contributions or questions you have. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.